Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm Zeke and welcome to the Dream Green Show. Now the S&P 500, which usually tracks the entire stock market, usually goes up 6 to 7%, sometimes 7 to 8% every single year over the last 30 years on average. This year alone, I am up 28%, killing the S&P 500, and I'm up $9,000 on the year alone. And I bet you guys are wondering, how did you do it, Zeke? How did you find these hot stocks in order to grow your account by 28% in a single year when the S&P 500 usually only goes up 7%? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you guys 3 different ways how I find hot stocks that are going to double and sometimes triple and sometimes 10x over the next couple of years. So make sure that you stick through the entire video so you don't miss out on these 3 crucial tips that's helping me grow my account so fast. But before we dive into the video, make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button. Right now we're around 4,200 of you guys that have hit the notification bell. Once we reach 5,000 dreamers that hit the notification bell, we're going to do a giveaway on this channel, so don't miss out on that opportunity. But enough talking, let's go ahead and dive straight into the video. Welcome back, dreamers. I would like to thank today's sponsor, DataCamp. DataCamp is an online learning platform that makes it easy to build data analytical skills at your own pace with interactive courses. There are no previous data skills needed to get started. You can learn from things as simple as Excel 101 to more advanced technical skills like database manipulation. Regardless of the industry or career stage that you are in, data and analytical skills are necessary to advance in your professional life. Join DataCamp now by clicking the link down in the description. Some of the courses that I think you guys would be interested in is Financial Fundamentals. One of the courses that I tried out is Equity Valuation in R. How do we know when a stock is cheap or expensive? To do this, we need to compare the stock price to its value. But as you guys know, the value of a stock is much harder to identify. In this course, you will learn the fundamentals of valuing stocks using present value approaches, such as free cash flow to equity and dividend discount models and valuation multiples. Now, after going through just the first module in this course, I found a lot of value in what I learned. Each course is asynchronous and also interactive. Through each module, I was able to go through and do different activities and also complete quizzes to test my knowledge. At the end of each course, you are presented a certificate. With that certificate, you are able to put that on your resume to help further your job career and get paid more money. Now, depending on your job, you could go through and try any course that fits you. DataCamp offers every first chapter of every course completely free. Subscriptions start at $12 a month, and there's no credit card required as sign up. There's no special software needed. All you need is an internet browser. Stand out from your peers by developing the data skills that you need to take your career to the next level. You can sign up for DataCamp free by using the link down in the description, and I'm also going to leave a pinned comment in the comment section. Here we are, dreamers, on my Robinhood account. My account is sitting at $40,199.87. Wow, I never thought my account would reach this size, but on the year, I'm up $8,759.29, almost $9,000. Hopefully we'll get there by the end of the week. But I am up 28% on the year, 27.86% to be exact. And as I said before, the stock market usually only goes up 6 to 7% every single year. And you guys are wondering, how am I finding these stocks to where I'm able to grow my account so fast every single year? And to be honest, I'm growing my account with just a small amount of money, $200 every single week. Now, method number one that I use is playing bad news. When great companies end up having some bad news that comes out, the stock market overreacts and the price drops dramatically very, very fast. Now, when I say by playing the bad news, I let that company stock just drop. And if it's a company that I always believed in, if it's a company that's been around longer than 50 years and shows consistent growth, then I know this company is gonna eventually bounce back. I let that news drop that company as low as it could possibly go. And then I go in and I scoop up a couple of shares and ride the wave back up. For example, Walt Disney and Johnson & Johnson. Let me pull up Disney right quick. Okay, here we are on Disney, ticker symbol DIS. You can see where Walt Disney bad news came out. Of course, it was during the pandemic, but when they announced that they had to close down all of their theme parks, the stock dropped. Now, of course, it was during the pandemic, but not every company stock during the pandemic. In fact, Clorox shot up, Amazon shot up, Google shot up. A lot of company stocks actually shot up during the pandemic. But Disney took the biggest hit from bad news from that company that came out saying that they had to close every single one of their theme parks that makes billions of dollars every single year. And that's bad news for the Disney company, but I am a believer in Disney. I knew that they had something up their sleeves. They came out with their streaming platforms and they own pretty much everything there is out there. They bought The Simpsons, they bought Marvel, they're buying everything out there. So over the last 5 years, you can see Disney had a steady growth rate, and then the bad news came out and it just completely tanked, shot all the way down. I mean, look at that, guys. A lot of people panic sold on Disney saying, hey, I'm not going to be with this company anymore. The parks are shut down. How am I going to make money? So I bought the dip of the bad news. I went in. Disney is only up 18.53% on the year, but I am up 34% on the year. So I actually almost doubled what Disney profit was on the year by buying the dip from the bad news of this company. Same thing with Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson came back. They had some bad news. The stock price dropped because they was in the middle of a lawsuit that they had to pay out billions of dollars. So the stock price of Johnson & Johnson dropped. I always wanted some Johnson & Johnson stock. So what I did is when the price dropped, I knew that it was going to eventually rebound. I went in and bought some call options and I rode that thing all the way back up, almost tripling my money on Johnson & Johnson. So that is the first way that I'm able to grow my account so fast, is by playing bad news only on great companies, okay? Don't go buy, okay, Hertz is going bankrupt, so I'm gonna go buy Hertz. No, you're gonna go broke. Only buy the bad news on companies that you truly believe in. Okay, way number 2. The second way that I find great companies is by investing into great CEOs. Now, when there's a great CEO at a certain company that has grown that company to a multi-billion-dollar, multi-trillion-dollar company, and then one of the CEOs that was on the board of that company ventures off to start a new company, then if he grew one company to $1 billion, he's probably going to grow the next company to $1 billion company as well. So just like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos grew all of their companies to billion-dollar companies. If Jeff Bezos say, hey, I got a new company coming out, it's a startup company, I guarantee it that you're gonna put all of your money behind him as a person, as a CEO, because he knows what he's doing, that he grew a website that just sold books. Amazon just sold books to making him the richest man on earth. I'm pretty sure that I believe that he actually knows what he's doing in the business world. I'll put all my money behind him. A great example of that would be the CEO of Twitter. Now, the CEO of Twitter is Jack Dorsey. Twitter is the biggest social media name in the world. The president used it, the president before the president used it, and the next president about to use Twitter. Twitter is the most famous one out there. Now, when Jack Dorsey said that he was going to start up Square, it was a very small company when he said he was going to start it up. Now that he's the CEO of Square as well, over the last year, they're up 232%. And over the last 5 years, if you would have been a believer in Jack Dorsey 5 years ago, you would be up 1,676% over the last 5 years. You will have more than 50x your money, okay? So when a great CEO says that he's gonna go off and start a brand or go off and start another company, that might be a person that you want to put your money behind, because he actually knows what he's doing. And since he grown one company to $1 billion, he'll probably grow the next company to $1 billion. The same thing with Cathie Woods with ARK. Everyone loves Cathie Woods. She's been outperforming the S&P 500 for the last couple of years now. So when you go to ticker symbol ARKK, right here, Cathie Woods over the last 5 years have beat the S&P 500, growing her ETF over 487%. Now, if Kathy Woods was going to say, hey, I'm going to start a new ETF, then I'm a believer in Kathy Woods, and there are a lot of other people out there believing in Kathy Woods, and they might put a lot of money behind her because of what she have done with art. So the second way that I find companies that are going to blow up is that when CEOs go off and start up something small, a new business, a new venture, I'm going to invest my money into them more as a person than the actual business itself, because I know if they grew one company to $1 billion, they're going to grow the next company to $1 billion. So that's way number 2. And way number 3 that I find these great companies is actually investing into companies that I use. Actually, am a consumer of their product. I remember investing into Netflix years and years ago because I haven't had cable for like the last 10 years. And the only thing I would use was Netflix. So one of the first stocks I probably ever bought was Netflix because I was a consumer and I was a user of their products. And now look at Netflix, it has more than quadrupled my money over the last couple of years. Just by me being a consumer of their product, I'm a believer of their product, so I invest my money right back into that company. Now, there are people out there that go to Starbucks every single day, every morning before work, but they don't own any Starbucks stock. You see what I'm saying? That don't make sense. If you go to Starbucks every single morning, you need to own some Starbucks stocks because that company has skyrocketed over the last couple of years as well. The same thing with Nike. There are a lot of Nike collectors out there. They have a $5,000 shoe collection, but they don't own one single share of Nike. Don't make sense, right? So if you are a consumer of a product, if you eat McDonald's every day, invest into McDonald's. If you buy Coke every day, invest into Coke. Same thing with Walmart. If you shop at Walmart every weekend, invest into Walmart. These are all great companies. Don't just say, hey, my friend made a lot of money from company XYZ, so I'm gonna invest a lot of my money into company XYZ. No, you need to do your own research, but the easiest way for you to keep up with a company is that you are investing into products that you actually use. So that way you will be up to date on what's new coming out, any bad news that coming out, any new products that company make. You will be on the cutting edge board of what's going on with your money. So if you spend your money on a company, you need to invest your money into that company. And eventually, if you know about it, your friends know about it. And if your friends know about it, millions of other people know about it. And that company is usually going to grow slowly over time. And sometimes you're going to get that home run stock that just explode very, very fast and in your future because they got you hooked on their product, right? So that means everyone else is going to get hooked on that product as well. So why not invest into that company? So that's way number 3. I find companies that I actually use their products, and then I invest my money into that company because I'm a believer in that company. So there we go, dreamers. I just showed you 3 ways that I was able to grow my stock portfolio by 28% in a given year. I found some bad news. I bought the dip. I found some companies that had some good startups with CEOs that I really believed in. And then I actually invest into companies I know, like AMD. I'm a user of their products. I'm a user of Apple. I invest into companies like those, and I'm able to grow my account. And I was able to grow my account so fast. And the pandemic did hit me pretty hard, but I continuously reinvest during the dip, and I was able to come up 28% on year. So it's been a pretty doggone good year so far. Stay tuned for 2021. I have a video coming out that's going to show you guys that's going to be showing you guys how I'm going to be investing my money in 2021. We're going to diversify a little bit, so make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss that video. And while you hit that subscribe button, make sure that you hit the notification bell. And if you like Data Camp, the link is down in the description, and it's also a pinned comment in the comment section. So make sure that you guys check that out. I think you're gonna love it. But other than that, I'm Zeke, bringing you the Dream Green Show, and I'm out. Peace.